Hey, what's up? Future me and digital me, and all of you, I said in the last video I posted, I was watching Jeopardy. Well, um, I was just watching the um, IBM Watson thing with Ken Jennings and some other guy. The other guy that basically was like the top most winner. Like Ken Jennings had 2.5 million, and the other guy had like 3.5 million. So the two dudes that were doing like the best in Jeopardy history. And basically, this 3-day thing is like, yeah, Watson is great and everything, but to me, it seems more and more like a 3-day commercial for IBM. And the thing that would eventually be LLMs and AI for now, because I think it was like 5 or 8 years ago or something, whatever the fuck it was. But what pisses me off is that this kind of shit is just nowadays it's all like tech and industry and science and all that stuff. What they do is they're like, oh, it's going to be so great. It's going to revolutionize everything, and blah, blah, blah. And it's like they just sell it as it's going to make a great new world, and all of you are going to be so awesome. And it's like the benefits are limitless. And it's like, that's great, except for the fact that more and more people are going to be thrown in the dumpster, and only the people who own stuff are going to benefit. That's what you really want, and that's what you're trying to make. Whether you're trying to make it or not trying to make it, it's like, dude, all of you are just building nukes just to see if you can build them without thinking about the consequences. You're just like, let's keep building these things. The people that actually can build them and are like, dude, this is so cool, I'm just going to build it. And you know that the business douchebags are going to be like, wow, this is so awesome. This is such a great tool. I can fire almost everyone now. Meanwhile, the scientist and the engineer and the programmer are like, that's not why all of us got together and made this. And the business guy was like, I own the company. I make the decisions. You guys are all fired. Fuck you. And it's like, dude, are you a sadist and a psychopath? I'm like, I don't care. I need $50 billion more. And that is what we are now. Like, dude, nobody's pumping the brakes on any of this kind of mechanism that is from the mid to late 1800s. It is a totally outdated system that is existing now. And that system of business is wildly outdated. This whole money profit thing should not exist anymore. You need to get rid of it. All the technology that exists and stuff, we wipe it away. wipe away the entire money profit thing. It's getting in the way. More and more obvious that this whole economic regime that is still in place is way more of a burden than it is a bonus. And it needs to be gone. And everyone from the poorest person to the richest person that is saying, what are we going to do? We can't do anything better. We need to keep it in place. It's the best thing ever. Those people need to grow a brain and realize what the fucking truth is. Or they need to stop being evil, wherever they are on the spectrum of being ignorant or evil. One to the other. You need to figure out that you're fucked just as much as everybody else. And yeah. And it connects to the whole, racism stuff. It totally connects to the racism. People don't want to hear it, but it connects to racism too. So you need to figure that out. You need to make the connections. Because, it's society. All of human civilization is going to completely unravel and go, bleh. If the whole world doesn't realize this shit, it's just going to kerplunk, and the ship, like the Titanic, is just going to sink, and we're all going to be fucked. I don't know exactly how, the specifics of how, but it's going to get fucked. And you can see it happen. And it's like, oh, America's falling and collapsing and stuff. Yes, it is. But, if one part of your body becomes diseased and it just starts rotting and spreading to the entire body, I mean, your whole thing is gone. You're dead. And it's like, you can't, you amputate and you amputate and you amputate and it keeps spreading. And it's spreading too fast. And you're fucked. And you can't, pretty soon you just can't get ahead of it. And you're just dead. And that's how today's world is, because, people are like, the world is trying to like cut out America as a trading partner. And it's just like, well, I don't know how good that's going to work, because, well, reasons, but one example is there's a lot of debt being held by other people and other nations. And America has a lot of resources that we're providing to other people, or we were. There's a lot of military that America has that people are gonna, there's 370 million people in America. And the country goes kerplunk, that's 300 plus million people that are going to start going crazy in a major way, and we got lots of guns. So if anyone thinks this is going to be some kind of thing other than a major fuckery, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen in a peaceful way. If it was a small country of like 10 million or less, the world could totally absorb that loss, but no. Not with, 5% of the population of humanity. Something like that. just going into total destitution overnight or something like that. No, it's not. That carries what? A country that carries what? 10, 15, 20% of the wealth of the entire world. Not to mention a whole buttload of the internet infrastructure of the world. I mean, the downstream effects are catastrophic. So, figure it out. As my dad used to say, figure it out, you fuckos. And that's not even beginning to touch on the subject of the nukes that are actually viable. I don't know how many of our nukes are working because I'm not in the connection, in the circle of people that know how many nukes are good and how many nukes are, too fucked up to not even launch, let alone questionable. I mean, because, technically the government will be like, all our nukes are A-okay, but, that's bullcrap. I mean, that's got to be bullcrap. The nukes were all made like 60 years ago. So, and Russia's are way worse off than ours. So, yeah. Anyways, the people with all the money and power are just fucking us over more and more every day. That's the gist of this video. And they're selling us, they're trying to sell us this, with everything they do, they're trying to sell us this, wow, it's going to be great. This insert bullshit here is going to be great for you, and they always package it with, we're going to be able to discover new health cures with this. And it's just like, really? You're going to be able to cure everything with this? Because you said that like 5 times before. And I'm not seeing any cures for everything for the cost of 0. So, back when they sequenced the genome in like 2003 or whatever, they were like, we're going to be able to cure everything after we do this. Everything. That was 20 years ago. 20 fucking years ago. Nothing. Big fat 0. Well, I think maybe they were able to cure 2 things. But that's basically because the reason for that 0 or 2 cures was because there's no money in curing stuff. There's just no money in it. Good old America. There's a lot of money in privatizing schools and endlessly redistricting and keeping healthcare private, and on and on and on. Everybody knows the list of bullcrap. Anyone that has, 3 brain cells to connect together, neurons to connect together with I can't think of the thing. Neural linky dink, whatever. You understand. You get the point, I think. Form a neural network inside your brain. That is a neural net computer in your brain, like the Terminator says. Yes. Although a human one, not a little chip that he has in Arnold Schwarzenegger's cyborg brain. Anyways, whatever. It's a tangent, but you get the point. They're fucking us over and over again for more and more profit that none of us are going to get to see. Maybe we'll get to see a robot helper. Not me, but maybe some middle class people. You'll be able to sell your car and get a robot made, which of course you will take out a loan for, or you lease, and there you are. Now you will make payments on your robot made and have convenience for that, but you won't own your robot slave. Just like you don't own your car and you don't own your house because you have a mortgage on your house, which means you don't own it. So there you go. Anyways, tax rich people, get rid of Republicans, and have boobs stay out.